Alright, hello, welcome to this weather update, and before I get started, I want to show you some of the pictures to around sunset. We had a lot of haze around, the low clouds cleared up, and we saw all the haze in the air. This is all from the smoke coming from those wildfires. That cloud of smoke has now reached our area, and that's the sun right there. And no, those aren't cirrus clouds, that's smoke. You see the lower clouds, altocumulus, breaking up, but you can see all the smoke that's above it. And you can see that the sun has been literally looked really strange throughout. When we did see it, it was just very weak, very feeble, almost like the moon. The smoke was so thick that it literally turned the sun into. It was very hard to get the exposure right, but these are the pictures that you could see of that sun, the way it looked. You could see the smoke right there. It was really thick. Anyway, let's take a look at the satellite image and get started with this weather update. So first and foremost, we got to look at this smoke, all right, on the satellite here, high resolution mode is satellite, and see where it is and where it's going. Again, you can still see, it looks like the smoke has now blown back in over the Pacific Northwest from the fires in British Columbia. This is where the smoke is coming from, by the way. It's not really coming from California so much anymore. Actually, a lot of the fires, well, this one looks like it's still going, but a lot of the fires in California may have calmed down a bit, but it seems the area that's been the problem the past week or so is in British Columbia on the west coast of Canada. You could see the fires. It looks like maybe a little less smoke coming from them, but you could still see this huge cloud of smoke that it's made its way east, and you could actually see it wrapping around this storm right here. We have this huge cloud of smoke. And then you could see, look over our area, and yes, there's low clouds here, but if you look in between the low clouds, you can see some really thick smoke. Most of this is in the upper levels of the atmosphere, mid-levels, so we're not smelling it too bad at the surface. However, I did smell it a little bit today. The air quality was pretty bad today as well as a result of this smoke, and it's really, we've had enough. The whole, let's look at this smoke here. Look at how far it's traveled now. There's another cloud of smoke now that is heading out. It looks like it's heading toward Europe. So, yeah, the first wave of smoke has already arrived in Europe. And the smoke's literally going all around the world here, which is insane. Insane. Actually, you can see that there's some smoke over here. So, yeah, it looks like this cloud of smoke actually may have... Where's this one coming from? Oh, we have fires in in Russia, too. It looks like... maybe Siberia. It's ridiculous. It really is. This is not normal having all these fires burning, but this is the way it is every summer now due to climate change. So we're looking at Ventus sky, and I just want to show you the current conditions. It's been a cool day across the area. Temperatures have only been in the mid-70s. That's just about it. But it's been kind of on the humid side because we have this flow off the ocean, and if we go ahead and look at the dew points, you'll see that the dew points have not been that low. So we'll go ahead and look. Yeah, we have dew points basically in the mid and upper 60s now. So dew points have risen now, the upper 60s. It felt humid tonight, so that would explain it. Same thing here in New Jersey, and if we go further south, Delmarva never really got any relief from the humidity. They've been dealing with dew points only down to only 70 degrees. So you have to go further north to get into the drier air up into northern New England here, where dew points are in the 50s. That is, and if we look at the clouds, you'll see we have a lot of cloud cover over our area, low cloud cover, but that's been breaking up a little bit this evening, but we still have a lot of smoke, so the sky is still very hazy as a result of that. So we're here at earthnullschool.net, and I want to show you the sea surface temperature anomaly. We still have very high sea surface temperature anomalies in the yellow, so we're talking 3 degrees Celsius above normal. That's approximately 6 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. And if we go off the New England coast, we have water temperatures at almost 5 degrees Celsius above normal, which is almost 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So you have all this warm water here that has just been plaguing us, and that's why it's been so humid. You also have warm water here. There's a lot of warm water all over the place, and this is all due to climate change. All this heat being absorbed by the oceans is part of what has been predicted by many climate models when we factor in emissions from, greenhouse gas emissions from, the burning of fossil fuels. The good news, at least, is that locally our sea surface temperatures have come down. Now they're in 72, 73, so they're not as bad as it was a couple of weeks ago when we were flirting with sea surface temperatures near 80 degrees. So it has come down a little bit. A lot of that also has to do with the east wind that we've been having, which also lowers the water temperatures. When you have a southwest wind, it makes the water temperatures warmer naturally because it's bringing heat up from the south. Anyway, next we're going to look at the models and see, are we going to get some nice weather around here or what? So we'll start off with the 18ZGFS, and we're going to take a look what's going on. So right now we have a very weak high pressure system that's basically over New England. They've been having clear skies in northern New England with smoke, obviously, where the drier air is. They've been having more sunshine, but for us, we've been having more low clouds and scattered showers as a result of that easterly flow coming off the ocean and a stalled front that's to our south. We've been dealing with stalled front syndrome for the past couple of days. However, it's going to come to an end, hopefully, because we have a big storm system out here, big low pressure system that's going to make its way east. As we go into tomorrow, probably more of the same weather, maybe a little more increasing in humidity with more of a southeasterly flow. And then this system gets closer and moves, and a cold front comes through Wednesday with the chances of thunderstorms and showers coming through. And you can see that big high pressure in the middle of the country. That is going to build into our area and bring us some nice weather. We may actually have nice weather, low dew points and sunshine, temperatures around 80 degrees. Thursday and Friday with this high pressure system. And I don't know about the smoke. That I can't predict. Hopefully it won't be around. And hopefully we'll have some blue skies to go along with it. That would be nice. The high moves offshore on the weekend. We could probably get a return flow. And then the ridge from hell sets back up again a little bit. You could see it trying to set back up, but not as strong as before. It certainly looks weaker, and therefore some cold fronts might be able to make it through. Let's take a look and see what happens to the dew points. So we're going to look at the dew points and show you how this dew point, this map will actually show you the front pretty well. So you can see we kind of got the humid air just to our south. We're kind of like, Long Island is kind of like right on the edge of the extreme humidity, whereas dew points above 70. If you go south of the city, it goes up quite a bit. And this is why you don't want to live south of the city like Toms River. Like I said, I really don't want to ever wind up there because the climate there is a lot worse than here if you don't like the heat and humidity. If you do like the heat and humidity, well, then go for it. That's why I guess so many senior citizens live around Toms River, because they like the heat. I don't know, but not all do. I don't think I'll ever like the heat. But anyway, we got this dry air in New England. You can see it, and you can see all this humidity coming up. So this humidity is probably going to start coming in here on Wednesday ahead of this front. So Wednesday is going to be very humid. We're going to have a strong southerly flow, or south, maybe more of a southwesterly flow. And Wednesday could be a little brutal with thunderstorms forming, and then the dry air comes in, and for the first time in a long time, we're going to have dew points in the 50s, maybe even down into the 40s on Thursday. That will be amazing. That will be amazing, and it will be refreshing. And as we go into Friday, we're still going to be enjoying this nice air. All right, and then as we go into Saturday, we start to see a slow increase in humidity. Still probably another comfortable day on Saturday, but then the humidity starts increasing, and we're going to be dealing with it again when that ridge builds back. You can see once again, we've got the same thing going with the ridge, the humidity in the eastern two-thirds, and the dry air. You know, pretty much the same deal. This ridge is going to try to come back, and we could be dealing with some more uncomfortable conditions. However, like I said, it looks like it's a little weaker than it was the last time. So hopefully, maybe we can get some relief. But I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna tell you this: enjoy Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because those might be the only dry days we're gonna have for a while once that humidity comes back. So let's take a look at the temperatures. All right, so we're gonna go right back to the temperatures here, and we go into Wednesday. We'll start off with Tuesday. So again, temperatures won't be too bad, but you'll see as we go into Wednesday, it's going to heat up a little more into the mid 80s. I'm leaving it on the Conus view so you can get an idea of what's going on. But Thursday, we have an 80-degree right over New York City there. And the same thing is probably going to be a little hotter on Friday, maybe mid-80s. And then on the weekend, it's going to, you can see the heat building here in Texas again. And then Saturday shouldn't be too bad either. And then we go and we look at the rest of the period, and the heat definitely looks like it wants to come back next week, next Tuesday, with temperatures possibly reaching 90 or above. It could actually wind up being quite brutal. So actually what I want to do is I want to go and I want to change the view, go to our area, and see what's going to happen. Alright, so once again, we are going to rewind this again. So Wednesday, Thursday, you could see the front come through, really nice, comfortable day. Friday, still comfortable, mid-80s, 80 to 85, I guess. And then Saturday, still comfortable, 80 to 80, maybe only around 80 that day. But then the heat starts building as we get into the next week, you could see, especially over New Jersey. And especially next Tuesday, August 28th, could wind up being a pretty brutal day, especially in New Jersey. And Wednesday, too. It looks like next week could be quite brutal. Yes, the ridge does build back. And the bad thing about it is the way it's positioned, we're going to have more of a westerly flow. So that means not as much of a sea breeze, which is going to make it pretty bad. Anyway, we're going to now go and look at the thunderstorm threat for Wednesday. So we're going to just go ahead and look at that. All right. So here comes out. It should be dry most of Tuesday, but then Wednesday, this is when the thunderstorms stop popping over our area. We could have some thunderstorms. Looks like mostly earlier Wednesday, and then maybe some more in the afternoon, perhaps. Doesn't look like a big line, but we'll still have to be on the lookout because this is a fairly strong cold front. The other aspect I want to look at, clouds. So we're going to actually go and look at the clouds. Obviously, I got to put that back to the GFS so we can look at the clouds on that and see we get some clear skies. So that front comes through. Yes, we have a clear day on Thursday. Looks like a nice day on Thursday, and then Friday too. So we'll have 2 nice days in a row to be outside, and you know I've got to take full advantage of that because the heat and the ridge from hell will wind up returning and baking us again next week. So that will conclude this weather update. So again, we have nice weather coming for Thursday and Friday and maybe even into Saturday. Make sure you get outside one of those days, enjoy it, because the ridge from hell is coming back next week. That's going to be it for this video.